What am I? I wish I was a butterfly. I'd fly and fly until it was my time to die. It's creeping in again. I know what I really am. I'm no more pretty, purple, peaceful butterfly. Come see the blood that's in my bed. Come hear the things that nobody talks about. Shut up your mouth. Shame on you. Shame. Come grab my hands. They won't come clean. Come sit with me while I walk pressing in on me. Shut up that light. Shame on you. Shame on me.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Dreamslayer Studios' Marvel Galaxies. Just as a reminder to all of you watching out there, this is episode 9 of an ongoing series, but if you want to catch up, you haven't maybe caught the episodes prior to this, I recommend checking out the rest of our episodes on our Dreamslayer Studios channel on YouTube. We have several other Marvel Phase Rip campaigns for your viewing pleasure, as well as some Everyday Heroes and Savage Worlds campaigns. So if you like what you see here tonight, we ask that you be sure to subscribe both here on Twitch and, if you can, on YouTube as well. We are almost at 500 subscribers, which puts us at the goal that I was hoping to reach by the end of July, so we're almost there. And you, right there, watching us right there, could put us over the top. So once we reach that goal, we'll be looking at providing you with some awesome Dreamslayer merch. Plus, if you like what you see here tonight, please do take a look at our Patreon, where you can get some sweet perks that are already in play and just a click away. And now, without further ado, let's recap what has happened over the last few episodes of Marvel Galaxies. After crash landing on the primitive planet of Hyboria, the children of the Blindfather have teamed up with a barbarian guide by the name of Conan the Destroyer. In a search for another displaced man from the stars, a man Conan refers to as Khazar the Savage, the family has undertaken a treacherous journey to the southern region of Hyboria, known as the Savage Land. Along the way, they became unwitting heroes of a town known as Ganatas, and in exchange for horses and camels to ease their travels, agreed to investigate the disappearance of several of the townsfolk. It was during this particular investigation of the eastern tar pits that the family's youngest member, Jace, underwent a surprising transformation, and the family met the inhuman known as Maximus. Maximus has been waiting for more than 2 years for another of his kind, and has now reluctantly been brought on as a secondary guide as the family presses forward in their journey as they anxiously await whatever fate holds in store for the young Jace. The family, at this point, has succeeded in returning the survivors to Ganatas, and Thane Galen Blackthorn has made good on his promise in providing transport for the family. So At this point, you guys will have been coming back into the town of Ganitos with the survivors, and we don't necessarily have to spend a whole lot of time on this portion of tonight's adventure. I know that there was some discussion last time. We spent a vast majority of, I think, our last session really just kind of talking things through and kind of figuring out what was going on and so forth. And I think there was just a matter of some urgency to just go on ahead and pick up once you guys got back and continue the journey to the south, heading for the Savage Land. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that's where we left it. Where we were leaving the bar, right?
Had
Get a
you
night's
made it?
sleep and leave in the morning.
Okay, so we had made it back at the very tail end.
Yeah, because Conan, he was right to the point where he was gonna sing a song
Oh,
in
Yes,
his
he
native
was.
tongue,
He was.
and then you just cut it short. You said we're done for the night.
Yeah, Clag giving him the family. Fuck you. Just send him over the edge.
Yeah.
There's
I
a tidbit there. You had mentioned, you teased there's something that I want Griffin to react to. In listen, I've been waiting since the second I watched that little part of the last episode. I've been waiting for what this little tidbit is that you want me to react to. And I gotta tell you, I got my reacting hoodie on. I'm ready to react.
all right. Well, you bitches better get on the road then. But I think
Sounds
on
like a
that
good
note,
plan.
when you guys did return, I think Galen Blackthorn really wanted to try to do another little celebration because, as excited as everyone was to have people like yourselves come into town and immediately come to the town's rescue with the Circus of Crime. Now you have actually literally saved members of their community from what would have not been just thievery the first round. This would have been death, or some sort of strange transformation into something unrecognizable. And Galen, I'm sure, would have probably wanted to try to keep you there to stay and probably try to talk you into, perhaps an extended stay here because of the value that he certainly sees in you. But looking at the situation that you guys are currently in with Jace in his cocoon, I think he probably quickly comes to understand that the urgency, number one, is to ensure Jace's safety, and number two, to continue the journey that you were on. You do now have Conan, who is still, willing to travel and show you the way. And Maximus now, that has also joined the party because he refuses to be separated from Jace's cocoon. It is early the next morning. You all are able to grab, some food and so forth before you leave. Is there anything here in the town that you feel like you need to settle or to maybe look around for goods or anything like that you feel like you need for your travels, other than, of course, the horses and so forth? And I don't know if I specified or not, but Blackthorn has provided you with certainly a good team of horses and camels. There are 3 camels, which could seat up to 2 individuals apiece, and 2 horses, as well as a wagon that could hold up to 4 individuals, as well as the skiff that is currently holding Jace's cocoon.
Slightly more like not story related, of a point of order, Mr. Chairman. I'm still like rocking 0 karma over here, and I can't remember what you had doled out at the end of the last session. Do you happen to remember?
Offhand, I do not recall. Does anybody happen to remember or have,
I think it was like 300, something like that. I don't know, maybe like 500. Might have been 1,000.
Clint, you're muted. You're still muted.
It was like in the 300 range.
Yeah, I shut it down right before you said that when I rewatched it.
Let me see here if I can figure it out.
I mean, I can just pick a number.
It wasn't a nice round number. It was like I think it was in the 300 range.
I remember it being like pretty high. I thought.
I thought too.
It felt like it was really high.
Man, I picked like 300, thinking that was going to be
It's like
unreasonably high.
3d6 or some weird number.
Definitely would have been a 6 in there. Was there a 9er in there?
If there's a 6, there's always a 9 right next to it.
Oh, and shit, I already took that map off, so all of those guys I had on there are gone.
I mean, we didn't kill anybody.
I didn't kill anybody.
Yeah,
right?
you didn't kill anybody that time.
You
So-
comfortable with me just dropping 300 on there?
Yeah,
Which is
I'm
fine?
comfortable with that. Yeah,
Sweet. Right, I'll just take that. Cool.
Since that's all you got.
Thank you.
Get what you get.
Can
You don't throw
is
fit.
it possible, or is this something I need to do at another time, to try to find some throwing knives or something in town?
Yeah, no, I think that would certainly be fine. We know that there is a small marketplace there in town. So yeah, you should be able to try to find something there. And if I would say make an intuition roll. $73 ought to do it. And yeah, I mean, you can probably, so you might just want to write this down.
I am.
And then we can add it later to the sheet. But the small daggers like that typically will only do actual typical damage in most cases. What is your actual physical strength?
Is that the P in phaser rip? I don't know what.
S.
Remind me.
Is typical. So yeah, so you're typical there too. So just basic hand to hand, it's only going to do typical damage. But you can always.
I could throw it and like guide it.
You can throw it.
stuff?
You can spark them. You can do all that sort of stuff as well. So let me take a look and see what kind of.
Tell me what to roll whenever I use them, and I'll be good to go.
And your spark is. So you would be able to do remarkable damage with the spark. So and it's actually, no, I take that back. It would be incredible because nope, it's still remarkable. Remarkable 36 points of damage. You're just a point under incredible on that.
Okay.
Now, if you add the kinetic control on top of that,
Yeah.
that would take you to incredible. Shit, no. That's so weird. It would take you to amazing 46.
That's the damage.
Yeah.
46. Okay.
That is with spark and telekinesis.
And telekinesis.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Is that all I need to know to
Yep.
use them?
I think so.
And I
like
have two? Do I have two?
I'd
like
say
a dozen
you have like
Scrap.
probably 6.
6.
Mhm.
Nice. Okay.
May I get some armor?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Sorry. That's funny.
I'll put it on top of the other imaginary armor that I had already.
The stuff you penciled in before.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yep.
Let me see here. Because they would have.
I think I left that shopping bag on the counter accidentally when I left.
Calindius's armor that he had when you guys were kind of buying stuff from him. That would be the leather armor of the nomad.
Mm.
And that would give you good body armor.
Okay.
She comes out of the tent like the little kid off of Christmas Story. Her arms are all like she's got so much armor on now.
I can't put my arms down.
She waddles out of the tent.
Okay, I am adding it to your sheet right now. It should be on there. Under your equipment and under the blowgun. Do you see it on your sheet?
Yes.
Cool.
Thank you.
That was one I could easily copy and paste. The one for you, Dan, I'd have to do too much typing, and it would get very quiet in here because I can't type and talk at the same time. My brain does not work like that.
Well, thank you.
Okay. So we got some armor. We got some kniffies. Anybody else need anything?
I just want to get on the road.
All
Let's
right.
get this town behind us.
On the road again.
All right, so you guys begin the journey with your new camels, your horses. Hitch the horses up to the wagon, set Jace's skiff up on the wagon, and begin the travels further into the Southlands. This is all still kind of a desert land that you guys are traveling through, and what you know of the area, what Conan has kind of told you, is the further south that you get, typically the warmer it gets until you reach kind of the what people often refer to the land of fire, where it gets scorching hot. You are, however, noticing after a few hours worth of travel, the temperature actually is not going up, it seems to be going down. Now, one thing that Conan had mentioned to you, and it's been a while since we've kind of talked about this, but he was traveling in this direction regardless because he was going down to investigate something himself. He has friends that live in the area, a woman in particular named Red Sonja. And word had gotten up to him that something has happened in these southernmost lands, and the temperature has fallen, and the lands of fire now are becoming covered in ice. So the fact that you guys are now moving in that direction, and you still have several days worth of travel to get, according to Conan, to get where you're going is still going to be several days worth of travel to get there. You see Conan now becoming slightly uneasy with the fact that it is getting as cold, or cooler rather than getting warmer. It's still fucking hot. I mean, where you were at was probably in, it was dry heat, but it was probably about 110, 117 at the top end. As you guys are moving a little bit further south, you're probably in the upper 90s now, but Conan knows that this area would be at least as hot as where you just came from. And to see the temperature already beginning to drop is already causing him a little bit of concern.
How, like, when you say he's causing him about, but what is that? How does that physically manifest in Conan?
How does that manifest in him?
Yeah. Like, is it something that he's saying? He's just like, not good, or like, is this like visibly he's just kind of like,
You,
what am I seeing here?
you see him looking up the sun a little bit more often. You see him looking around more often, not looking for something, but just kind of feeling the air. And as he does this, I mean, like, he stops more often. Like, the further you go, the more and more he just takes a moment and stops. He's not stopping to catch his breath. He's just stopping to just feel the earth around him. And every time he does it, he just lets out some sort of guttural and shakes his head. But nothing really more than that unless somebody addresses him.
Is he leading the way? Like, he's like kind of front of the line?
Yeah. I mean, he knows where he's going.
Okay.
I would say that Maximus probably is just riding in the skiff with Jace's cocoon.
I'm just gonna casually walk by him. I don't really want to like blow past him because obviously I don't know where the hell I'm going. But just like I want to take just like a step, a half step in front of him. But like as I'm doing so, I'm just gonna smack him on the shoulder a little bit, and just say, "Come on, you'll have time to rest when you're dead." Just keep walking.
I'm not resting.
You seem to be taking more frequent breaks.
They're not breaks.
We're headed south, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am communing.
I'll sidle up to him and interrupt the conversation and going, perhaps he's worried that it's getting cooler the further south we go.
Nonsense. It's incredibly hot.
It's getting cooler.
It is cooler here than it was in Ganitas, which is not the way it should be. It should at least be as hot.
I am sweating through everything. How can you tell me that it's getting cooler? It is hot.
Take off those stupid robes. You and all of the monks, you cover yourselves with robes. I do not understand. Yes, it is hot, but it is not as hot as it should be.
So the temperature falls down just a smidge and everybody's getting uncomfortable? Come on.
I told
Why
you.
are you worried, Conan?
I told you when you came. I am traveling to the southern lands because I know something is wrong. Word had come to me that some sort of mysticism is causing the lands of fire to freeze. We have at least 5 days ahead of us. The lands of fire are far from here. But to know that the cold is already reaching us, that it is changing the temperature this far, there is more to this that is going on than I first believed. I would have imagined a single sorcerer blanketing one area with cold, but if it is coming this far, it is something different. The atmosphere is changing.
You sound far too concerned. Where's the confidence that I'm used to in you? Come on. Death is the golden key that opens the palace of eternity. That is who we are.
Hmm. That is true, bald monk. I shall quicken my step. You've convinced me. Onward. Onward to battle.
Good.
So you guys are walking through dunes for hours upon hours. And the sun is beginning to set in the west. You still got maybe about an hour or so before nightfall. As you guys are kind of traversing the dunes, they begin to kind of you are moving in an upward kind of motion. I wouldn't say that you're
That doesn't make sense. We're walking south. Everything's
South.
downhill south.
Where you're entering seems to be like a series of like canyons set within the dunes. And you do feel a little bit more of humidity in this area. And as you kind of look over it's a little treacherous, the area that you guys are kind of walking through now, because you're really walking on sand and then taking a look at these big holes in the ground that kind of are a part of this kind of canyon network. It could be very easy to slip and fall into one of these canyons. The good news is, if you fell, you're going to fall into water, because it seems as though there is a either river or lake system underneath within this area that you are traversing. What makes it a little more difficult for you guys is to kind of figure out the path to go, because now it kind of becomes almost like a honeycomb of all of these little openings and pits everywhere, and there are some narrow passageways that you have to go, and it's a good thing that Conan is with you, because he is kind of traversing this really pretty well. Like, he does kind of know where he's going, but as you look off to the right and the left, if you had taken another path one direction or the other, you would have just had to backtrack and come back around, because it was essentially taking you to like a little finger of the canyon network that would have been a dead end. As I said, there is kind of we're about an hour out or so from dusk, and off in the distance that you guys are actually heading, you see a little stream of smoke that looks like it may be coming from a campfire. And I've pulled up a little map for you here.
I just point and be like, smokes.
And there's kind of just a little narrow trail that kind of runs up towards that little campground area. And as you can kind of see, this is the direction that you guys are going. Conan looks forward, and he spots the campsite before you all do. And he kind of stops, puts his hand up. He gets down, kind of hunkers down a little bit, puts his hand over his head, and kind of peers in the direction of the campsite.
How many miles away is the campsite?
Oh, it's not miles. I mean, you're maybe
Right
a
around
quarter
the
of a
corner.
mile away from it.
Okay. What do I do? I mean, I can see, I've got the vision thing, so I can see very well at long distances up to a 2-mile range. So, kind of, what do I see?
Yeah, you can hone in on that really pretty easily, actually.
Mhm.
And let me pull up a picture here for you. If I can find it. There we go. Where is it? There we go. So you see a man of Chinese descent with a long white beard, bald head, sitting with a little staff that looks like it's got a little torch at the top of it, sitting and warming himself by the fire. It looks like he is brewing tea.
Gotcha.
Dressed in kind of actually robes that are very similar to Griffin's.
I'll just look at Conan and go, unless you're worried about an old man brewing tea, I believe we've nothing to worry about.
I
So,
am most worried about an old man brewing tea out in the middle of nowhere by himself.
You do have a point. He has a staff.
Is
Does
that what
that
that
mean
is?
anything? Yes, with some sort of light at the top of it, some sort of flame.
I could see the
He's
light.
alone, though. He is alone, though.
You are certain?
I kind of scan everything around. Do I see anything?
You make an intuition roll there.
Karma. Forget it. Karma.
I'm still Grandpapa, right? Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, actually, you can be, because Grand Poo was not able to make it yet again tonight. Tonight, Mike got COVID, so
Oh,
No.
yeah,
Mhm.
so without Mikey again.
oh, fun. Can I try his environmental awareness to sense life? If there's any other life in 1 mile radius?
Sure.
And I got a 93 for intuition.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and spend karma. Well, no, I shouldn't spend his karma. Never mind. I won't spend up all his karma.
That's
let's
the
just see.
attitude.
Quick, run in there. Kill him. Kill him.
All right, let's see what. Oh, I can't. It's remarkable, right? So I need to roll down here.
Yeah.
I got a yellow.
68.
Bad.
Okay, so I gotta look and see exactly what that does. So it's that was the environmental awareness, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah, it extends. Awareness extends to such factors as weather, chemicals, movement, and life.
okay.
Oh, it looks like yellow is 3 mile radius. I guess it's even more.
Okay. So, yes, there is life out here for sure. It's hard to really pinpoint exactly who and exactly where it's coming from, but you definitely sense sentient life in the area, including the individual that is in your direct line of sight, about a quarter of a mile.
Is it big life or small life, or does size not matter
and
with life?
that's one thing that would take a little bit of kind of honing in on it, and I would say that would probably be an empathy roll, since you do have empathy as well.
Yeah. Can I try that too then?
Mm-hmm.
Whoops, no. Keep forgetting I can't use that button. Incredible. There we go. Another yellow.
Okay. In conjunction with the earlier roll, I would say that you are able to pinpoint at least a dozen other life forms in the area that seem to be sentient. But
Right.
you can't get a pinpoint exactly where.
Yes, everyone, I sense at least another dozen life forms somewhere around here, so be careful. You may not be alone.
Nonsense. You're probably sensing ourselves. We're almost a dozen with ourselves plus the old man. There's nothing here. Let's just walk forward. What are we waiting for? It's one person.
Arrogance of youth.
And I see nothing.
Yeah, that's correct. You do not.
Wherever they are hidden.
And
May I?
do be aware. Sorry, Christy. Do be aware, Clag, that the way Lopes's sensing works, it is within like a 3 mile radius. So it is very possible where you're looking specifically,
Right.
you can't see them there. You've got good vision that lets you see about that range. So if you kind of look around, you see certain, movements here and there, but nothing that really denotes specifically what it is that he's saying. You may see, a couple of like maybe oxen or something like that way off in the distance, or what have you, maybe some cranes, something of that sort, but nothing that would ring like true, like what he's describing as sentient.
Gotcha.
And Christy, I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
I just wanted to ask Conan if he thinks we can approach this old man. He seems comfortable here, like a local, and maybe he will have information about the situation with the atmosphere that's been disturbing Conan.
Whether he be friend or foe, he is on our path, so we will encounter him one way or the other.
Well, I know some of you are freezing. So let us get warm by the fire.
And as the sun does begin to set here in the desert, it can get colder quicker.
Okay, don't come at me with your facts. I'm trying to make jokes.
At this point, it is a chilly 80 degrees probably at this point before the sun goes fully set.
I could always maybe use my doppelganger to go over there first and see if there is a trap to set off.
This is enough waiting. I'm gonna start walking.
All right.
We are many. I have a feeling we will be fine.
He's so like his mother.
Well, as Griffin begins to head in that direction, he draws the attention of the little man by the fire, and he says, "Welcome, welcome, weary travelers. Please, come and join me by the fire. It's been quite some time since I've had company, and I could use the pleasant conversation."
Real quick, as I'm getting closer, I imagine I didn't hear his clothing described to me, but at this point I'd probably be seeing his clothing. What distance would I be able to kind of see that like the clothing is like relatively similar?
It's relatively similar. It's not exact by any stretch of the means, but it happens to be orange, like yours. And he certainly looks like... you are not a monk, correct?
Correct.
But you probably encountered monks there from your home planet at some point. There was probably some sort of like religious sect or what have you that was there. And Conan has specifically been referring to you as monk from the time that you landed here. And it's probably because you look a lot like this guy. So he's short. I would say maybe 5 feet tall at best. But he is seated, so it's kind of hard to judge that. But the robes that he wears are of a slightly different, kind of fabric. They are much lighter than the robes that you wear, not as heavy. And yeah, does that kind of help describe that a little bit?
Yep. Cool. Well, I say, see, Look at this, all its posturing, and we have a friendly figure asking my cold friends to come join by the fire and engage in conversation. I pick up my pace.
Please, please, all of you, come and sit. I shall brew more tea for you. I am called Iroh. There it is. I'm a
Good
humble
Iroh.
warrior.
Okay, please tell me it's ginseng tea.
It is ginseng tea.
I understand. I'll be right back. I'm done.
This was exactly the reaction I was hoping for. Good. I am but a humble wanderer and seeker of wisdom at your service. Tell me, what brings you to these remote lands? Perhaps there is a tale to be shared or wisdom imparted. And with a gentle nod, he kind of motions towards the family, inviting you to share your stories and your troubles.
And I sit down and I go, cold.
Ah, you sense the cold. It is still warm, and the sun is setting in the west, so it shall get colder, yes, but it is unnaturally cooler for this time of year.
Why?
I wish I could tell you for a fact. All I know is rumors. It has been said that the ghosts of the past have made a pact with a clan in the southernmost portions of our continent here, a wolf clan. They have made dealings with the Wendigo, the Sasquatch, and others that find themselves more suited in the far north or the far south. What their purposes is, no one knows. But again, this is all rumor. I've heard of this wolf clan, however. They are of the north. They are referred to as the Moon Clan. And I find it interesting that they have traveled this far from the northern regions to the land of fire in a time frame where one of our moons now is forming a ring around our planet. Something in the skies, I believe, has called them. Exactly what, I do not know. But you all, you do not seem to be of this place.
What makes you say this?
Well, you, sir, and I certainly have something in common, at least our manner of dress, our sense of fashion.
Are you not from this place?
Not from here specifically. Long ago, I was not always the wise old hermit that you see before you. I was once general in the Fire Nation army, known for my prowess in battle and my thirst for conquest. But as the years passed, I began to question the path that I had chosen. The violence and destruction I had wrought in the name of power. One fateful day, during a campaign to conquer a distant land, I received word of a devastating loss. My own beloved son, Lutin, had fallen in battle. In that moment, my world shattered, and I realized the emptiness of the path I had been treading. I left the army behind and embarked on a journey of self-discovery, seeking wisdom and enlightenment wherever I could find it. Along the way, I encountered many wise teachers and learned many valuable lessons. But it was the journey itself that transformed me. I have wandered Hyboria, seeking solace and understanding, and eventually found myself drawn to the tranquil beauty of nature. It was here, amidst the quiet serenity of the wilderness, that I found my true peace and purpose. And so, here I am, a humble hermit, living out my days in harmony with the world around me, sharing the wisdom I have gained with those who seek it. My journey may have been long and winding, but it has led me to this moment, where I am content to sit by the fire and share stories with kindred spirits like yourselves. Now
A chilling tale. Oh, go
I
ahead.
sense something in one of you. You see the flame that is atop my staff.
I do?
You will note there is very little breeze here as the sun sets in the west. But the flame atop my staff is pointing in a particular direction. He takes a little withered old finger and he points at Thalia. It's pointing to you.
You said it looks like it's pointing up.
I take a couple steps towards him.
Shut up, Andy. Oh my God.
Again, point of order, Mr. Chairman. At the moment, there's two people by the fire.
I know, we're not over there.
Oh, I was assuming everybody else came over. I wasn't watching what you guys were doing. I didn't even have the map up, to be honest with you.
We're all
So
there.
if she's standing north of him, it makes sense because north is up. Then I guess at that point.
It's just a picture, Andy.
Well, he said his flame was pointing a certain way. So I thought, make the maps realistic.
I made this map myself. Thank you very much. Look at the little
Beautiful map.
leaves up here in the corner.
I know,
Even the leaves are blowing.
See, I know.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I was like, well, I mean,
Fire looks amazing.
Yeah, dude, this map is legit.
yeah.
Nice.
There's no smoke
Water.
coming from the fire, though, so how could we see the smoke?
I mean, no disrespect. I thought it was the direction.
So he's just pointing his little withered finger at me.
Yeah, he is.
I wish you hadn't said it that way.
Now step.
Yeah.
I step between him and Thalia.
You see that? Peeking around my dad.
You have the power
Go on,
of
old
the flame inside you, do you not? The flame is being beckoned by you.
I can spark fire on my arrows. That's all I can do.
Can you call my flame to you?
How do I do that?
What you trying to do, old man?
You roll on the remarkable table.
I'm gonna have you roll. If you want to do this,
Yes.
if you want to do this would be a power stunt.
Oh, it's one of those I have to get a red. Yes.
Yep, and you have
For it to work the first time.
You have to spend 100 karma points.
Minimum 100, right?
Yep, and then call
And it
karma
has
as
to.
well. Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna lose the 100
Yeah, I got.
regardless.
Yeah. Thanks, Larry. I get it.
Yeah, I know.
What are you trying to do, old man?
I'm just glad he didn't ask her to sit in his lap or something.
Shut up! Oh my god!
I wish to see if the flame will follow her desire. If it does, then she,
See?
like me, is a firebender.
Ooh.
My daughter can do miraculous things.
Sorry.
She has yet to do this. What makes you think she can?
The flame seems to think that she can.
Step to the side.
How do I do it again?
This is your
Hold on.
choice, daughter.
So you just say that you're going to attempt a power stunt.
I'm going to attempt a power stunt.
Spend 100 karma.
I will spend 100 karma.
And call karma.
Karma.
And then roll on the incredible column for your kinetic control.
Kinetic control.
Mhm.
Incredible.
Come on.
With karma, spending karma, please work, because I really want to be a firebender in life.
You can do it, daughter. You can do it.
78. You just got to get it to a red, and on the incredible column,
I do that? Is that
Yeah.
a lot?
get it to a 91.
91.
Mm-hmm.
She's a witch.
Do it.
So you
Burn her.
bring your hand up, reach towards the fire that is on top of his staff. You close your eyes and you start thinking as though the fire is a solid object. And you begin to slowly, you can see the flicker of the flame begin to kind of stretch a little bit. And then at one point, it leaps from his staff and forms a ball in the palm of your hand, just about an inch away from it. And it's just swirling in your hand. And he says, "Now, release it."
I'm going to. What's around us? They're like canyon walls, or is it pretty open? Or are we like just open field?
No, well, see, you're on top, basically, of
Yeah.
the canyon. All right, and then you've got several strange-looking, like lotus flower, like purple tree type things in this area. There's a couple of like weird, like bone-like structures that are kind of forming his camp on the outside right here, and then some cacti in various places, like right in here, on the ledge right over here as well. A couple of cactus here.
Okay.
You're spinning around. You're spinning around. We're all going, whoa, whoa.
Now you've got it right
There's
now,
Red
just
Ghost.
Very.
right in the palm of your hand right now, and
Yeah.
it's about the size of like a grapefruit.
Okay. I'll just shoot it at the. I'll shoot it away from everybody over at towards the cacti, I suppose.
All right, and just make a general kinetic roll at this point.
Is that still on incredible
Still
then?
incredible,
Or is that
yep.
under?
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry. Karma.
Hey, look at that!
Oh!
Now, what were you trying to shoot again? I'm sorry.
I'm shooting away from everybody towards the cacti.
Okay, over in here.
Yeah.
All right,
in that
cool. So you take the ball of fire and then you push it in that direction. It hits the cactus and the cactus just explodes. And when it does, you see each bit of the cactus create this huge trail of fire, and it branches out in about 4 different directions, and then all of a sudden you see all 4 of those stop midair, begin to swirl, and then they are drawn back to the party, and they weave in and out of each member of the family. Just shoo, 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 shoo.
I create fireworks. Awesome.
Well, as you're watching that, your attention is drawn to the fire now that is like just kind of darting around like bees in between the members of the family, and you see Iroh making movements with his arm and guiding the flame that you have now created.
Okay.
And then when he gets finished with his show, he calls it back and he sets it back on top of his staff, and it looks exactly the same as it did before.
And then at the bottom of the cactus, there's a puff of smoke. And we go, "You killed the invisible swordsman."
He looks at you now and he says, "Yes, you can bend fire. But there is a fire that burns inside of you, is there not?"
Maybe. Yes. Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
The power that you possess.
Laughing at me. I don't know.
The power that you possess is a coveted power among those of us that call ourselves the Benders of Fire. To be able to produce a flame on your own with only a spark that you create, is a true gift. But
Can you teach me more?
I would be happy to, yes. Yes. It has been quite some time I have met someone with your potential. And then he motions over in Clag's direction, and then he points at Lopes instead. And he says, "This is your father?"
No. No.
If there could be more arrogance in his voice, I don't think it would be possible. Clag would go, "No, I am her father."
Oh. Interesting.
That is her grandfather.
Is that is he my grandfather?
Is he? Yeah,
Is
isn't
he an
he?
uncle?
Great
I
uncle.
don't
uncle.
remember. Okay.
Great uncle.
Yeah.
I will go.
Great
"Oh,
uncle.
I
that is her
can't
great
trace it.
uncle."
But apparently I look young, so young enough to be the father.
But this power runs through your family, no?
Don't think I've ever seen anybody do that, right? Out of game, out of character.
The only one that has actually done something even remotely close to this, you just saw it happen a couple of weeks ago, and it was the Blindfather.
Blindfather.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm gonna get fat again. Oh my god. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay. My grandfather, he could do something. Well, I saw it once. Did I see it once? Like, are you talking about like at the end of
Yeah.
the?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
that
saw
was
it
the
once.
only time you ever saw that coming from him. And I mean, the only power that the Blindfather really ever, exhibited to you guys that you would even think of being a power was just his innate ability to be able to sense things around him,
Mhm.
which you also have.
I do.
to some extent. But he kind of taught that to you in a way, right?
Okay.
And it's hard for you to say whether or not, like, he had exactly the same thing that you have, or if he was just honing in on a
Right.
particular ability and communicating to you in a way that he thought you could understand for you to be able to use that ability.
Whatever he had, he helped me
Mm-hmm.
do whatever I can do. My limited ability.
Father, step forward.
Yes.
And he holds out both of his hands like this, inviting you to place a hand within.
I feel like
What are
we're
you
gonna.
trying to do, old man?
If you are the father, I must see the lineage.
I'll put my hands up.
All right. And he takes your right hand and places it in between. And he closes his eyes. And you don't feel anything other than just the gentle touch of his hands. And he takes a big breath. And he blows out a wisp of smoke. He says, I sense within you the potential of an airbender.
I can do certain things. Yes.
Excuse me.
Into the
Excuse me.
air.
WTF? The monk. How could the monk not be the air? Like, I just want to say, like, come on, I go and say, like a yellow flag, foul the play. What? Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. Never mind. Have your moment. I apologize. Okay.
He's like, I'm bald. I'm even bald. What's going on?
There are certain things I can do, yes. Bend to the air, no.
Is it gravity?
Does not affect me as it does others, yes. I can leap farther than most.
The frame of your body is different from that of the rest of your family.
Hadn't really thought of that. But when I jump, I seem not to take any... I don't get hurt like the others would.
And you and your daughter. I can see that your hair... When I saw the girl at first, I believed that the peacock feathers were an adornment, but they are part of you, are they not?
Yep.
And your hair seems to be as black as a raven's feather, and of the same consistency.
Yes.
Is there an avian quality to your heritage?
Alien, what do you mean?
No, avian.
Avian.
Bird. A bird's quality.
Not
Now,
that I know of.
you will say, Mom, your mom on that side of the family had black hair very similar to yours, but it had the consistency of feathers. So you share that, at least that.
Talking about my mom?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Not the direct descendant of the Blindfather, but Mom was married into the family.
Gotcha. I will say that then. My mother, perhaps.
So, for one who shares a similarity with the birds of the sky, one could deduce the possibility that you might possess the ability to bend the air. But what I find interesting is the girl perhaps is a combination of the two, both air and fire. You were able to call the fire to you, but I believe you used air to bring it to you. And you realize what he's saying here is he's kind of speaking maybe figuratively here.
Mm-hmm.
And you used like a kinetic ability, like a telekinesis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's maybe his interpretation of air that you used rather than actually calling the fire itself to you. Rather than controlling the fire, you were actually bringing the fire to you with your kinetic ability.
Mm-hmm.
And this may sound like a whole bunch of like religious hooey, to you right now, but there's something about it, right, and the sincerity with which maybe he is addressing it that perhaps maybe rings true.
Larry's over in the corner, and you start hearing him chuckle, going ho 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 ho, ho. And he points to Talia, hot air. Ho, 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 ho.
That's what I do. You have to roll for that. Flip him off.
No, you don't have to roll for that.
Thank God.
You can flip them off without a roll if you want.
Bad girl.
Lopes, what was the roll that you got for your environmental awareness? Do you recall? Is that a yellow?
Oh, yeah, yellow.
Okay. One of the things that he can do is detect movement, and I would say, with the role that you had, that there is sentience out there somewhere.
Yeah, I kept him. I couldn't move him, so I moved Jace.
I got you.
So I kept there, but that I figured if somebody came from the south, I
Mhm.
could kind of guard there. So he's still kind of like a little unsure about what's going on. So
Gotcha.
that's why I moved him there.
Okay. All right. So I can bring him there as well. While all of this is kind of going on, you have become aware of some movement in the water below you, just off to the right. Now, that drop off the edge here is probably about 50 feet down.
Okay.
So getting close to the edge, you can feel like the sand wanting to kind of shift underneath your feet. So it would be very possible if you got too close, he might take a tumble.
So how does this work with the energy doppelganger?
Mhm.
Does he have a personality too, or do I see through his eyes, or how's that work?
You can see through his eyes, you can speak through him, but he does also have his own kind of personality. Like if he isn't in direct control with him, he can act independently of Lopes.
And he can't fly or anything, right? Just walk.
I might be able to fly.
I feel like he flew once, but I don't see it on the sheet, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I don't think I really went into a whole lot of depth when I was typing that out, but I do believe because it is an energy body, yes, I believe he can fly.
I think the very first episode he flew
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
around
that's
the
what-
camp.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So I think I'm gonna create the doppelganger and be like, I feel like we could be in danger. Can you float down there and see if you see anything?
Yep, let me get him out here.
I'll talk to him like an AI. Please, could you do so? So in case the AI overlords take over. It's always nice.
Now that'd be pretend you are a blah blah blah.
Oh yes, pretend you're an energy super being and fly
Yeah.
down.
And fly down.
Where do you want to send him?
Do I sense movement?
Yeah, you
From
sense movement
certain-
down in the water.
So the area of that water, I'd like him to float down there, not touch. He can't touch the water, can he? Does that affect him as an energy being, or I'm not sure what kind of energy he is.
Well, I'm not real sure either.
Well, let's not touch the water. Let's be safe. But I want him to get down close and kind of float down there and see if he sees anything.
All right,
Be ready for anything.
All right, you just kind of let him kind of float in the general area.
Yeah, and
over
I'll try
here.
to sense through him too to
Gotcha.
see what he sees.
Okay. So, he goes down about 30 feet down into the ravine. And you do spot a couple of shadowy figures underneath the water. They seem to be kind of snake-like or eel-like, but it also looks like they have like two longer appendages rather than like one long tail. Almost looks like they are kicking in the water like with legs.
Mm. Are they? And I think they're humanoid size, or how big are they?
A little hard to
Tell?
tell. I mean, you just kind of see these shadowy kind of figures, but yeah, I mean, they seem to be humanoid shaped, maybe just a little bit bigger than a typical human.
Who is like closest to me of our group? Anybody?
Maximus.
Maximus. Oh, actually, it makes it work. He's got telepathy. I can't remember if he can commute telepathically. Maybe, right? I'm not
Mhm.
sure. I'm gonna say I'm gonna whisper to Maximus. I think there could be, some threat. Can you telepathically communicate to our group? And they can ask that man about fish people or something. Whatever the image that I'm sending to him. Can I do that?
Actually, I apologize. He does not have telepathy. He's got some
Okay.
other mind abilities, but telepathy is not among them.
That's not very Maximus of him. Okay, well, Maximus, go over there and ask.
He can take a stick and draw a picture in the sand in front of everybody.
I just don't want to yell like, "Hey, we got fish people over here." I feel like,
You can communicate with the family though, can't he? I thought he communicated through our minds one time.
Who, Maximus?
Usharia did.
No, like Lopes.
He is able to send his emotions to you, but not actually.
can I send fishy danger?
You get this sudden
That could also
smell
be you had a bad lunch. We don't really know.
of salmon. Bad salmon.
Yeah, salmon.
And moose. That's what it is.
Apparently, we have a bathroom emergency in the group.
Little
Can't,
trichinosis
like,
never killed anyone. Oh wait, yeah. it has.
Like, isn't that something that Usharia can do? Like Usharia can actually like communicate to us. Like
Don't think so.
no, somebody
nope.
did. I swear. Like one of our early
Lopes
sessions.
did that.
But now
Yeah.
Lopes just
First
sent you an idea.
Like I'm scared or
Yeah,
something.
right. Yeah. That's
Okay.
it. So I mean,
Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't.
you could get a feeling of concern coming from Lopes, but that's about it. I mean, you're not going to get any specifics as far as like fish people, but
So why don't I send some empathy of danger and have Maximus go over there to tell them that I see something in the water.
okay.
So we do that.
All right, so you guys do get that feeling of danger, and right about that moment, you see this guy come leaping out of the ravine, towards Maximus.
To what guy?
Did I not pull him up?
He
Yeah,
pulled
see.
him up.
See him.
Oh, I don't see him.
Right
You
here?
hover over it.
Oh,
here.
there he is. Oh, yeah.
She's got like
Ooh, yeah,
20
nice.
It's nice.
So we all see that?
Yeah, he's got an 8
Yep.
pack, doesn't he?
No, I said 24.
Yes, he really does. He's a sexy therpin.
1, 2, 3.
He reminds me of the He-Man guy that you can like push his neck down
Oh,
and
yeah, he
push
does.
Warrior out.
Right.
Does he seem like I'm too sexy for these fangs?
And he is leaping for Maximus as Maximus is actually traversing his way over to Uncle Iroh.
Do I? Do any of us see it in time to react?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm pretty darn close, I could try to just like launch my flail spear to,
Yeah, you're close.
to try to intercept. I click a button, and the button makes the thing that's like pointy, and then it just goes. It's the official sound.
Chris,
is
can
that
can I get some input out of game?
Sure.
The amulet I'm wearing. I
Mhm.
wasn't here when I got it.
Mhm.
Do I know what it does?
Oh, sorry. Yes, you do. Yep.
Okay. And I see what this thing jumping out of the water is.
Yep.
Okay.
Now he is mid-air right now, so you trying to talk to it at this moment probably
Right.
won't work. But
Right.
yes.
Okay.
But Griffin, you're going to try to stick it, skewer the snake.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll on that with your flail spear. I think you got a monstrous to hit with that.
I do, and I'll call karma.
Oh fuck!
Ooh, wow.
Wow.
Okay, so with the one.
You only have to spend 10 karma at least.
You feel this movement, like you're sitting kind of on that log that's right across from the fire there, and you feel
Yep.
this movement. You hear the splash come from behind you, and in a flourishing move, you like do like a back roll off of the log, and pull the spear. And just as you're clicking it, you realize that you have stepped just a little bit too close to the edge, and you slide down and into the ravine, into the water.
This is great. This is great. Honestly, this is great. This is a great start. Honestly, it's
exactly
so
what I
great. I
meant.
love
Exactly
I love
what I meant
this.
to do.
Maybe you'll find out you're a waterbender. You
Yeah.
never know.
Or
At the
he
very-
bent
at the
his
very
spear
least-
right up his butt. One
That's
of the
10
two.
karma points for Marks right there.
At the very least, the water will wash off the blue paint that I've been using to like paint blue arrows on my forehead while I've been listening to this whole fucking thing happening at the
What about me?
And him.
Oh boy.
All right.
I hope that spear doesn't land somewhere you don't want it to.
That snake man attempts to tackle. Maximus got a green to hit. Now Maximus actually he gets him. So he's got Maximus grappled at this point, and they both hit the stone that is right next to him and kind of bounce off of it and end up about right here. But they are in a grapple here at this moment. So I would say now would probably be the time to go ahead and roll initiative if you want to go up to your cards up at the top of the screen and then click the dice.
Man, I hope that's the worst roll I get. Well, I still have to add to it though.
Let's see, I guess.
2.
It's our first time really actually using Conan in combat, so this is gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sit back and laughs at us.
All right, what's Lopes's bonus for his initiative?
Oh,
It's like a
+1.
+1. Thalia, what's your bonus?
3.
Okay. Griffin?
+2, so 8 total.
Clag?
2.
Usharia?
4.
Maximus and Larry both got a 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so starting at the top of combat, Conan actually goes first. And he rushes over towards Maximus and the Snake Man and attempts to kick the Snake Man off of Maximus. Let's see here. Just going with his amazing fighting. Ooh, got a 12. He missed. I am gonna roll for extra actions for him. So anybody else that wants to roll for extra actions while I'm doing this, if you guys want to go ahead and make rolls for that, that'd be great.
Okay.
Remind me, that's
fighting.
yeah. Thank you.
Or
Fighting.
martial
Alright.
arts A or B, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I forgot about that.
Mhm.
Oh, I got.
Wait. Yeah. I didn't call karma.
I called karma.
I did call karma.
Griffin, what'd you get?
I got a 13. It's a white. I'd like to take it to not white, please.
Okay. And you are on what column?
Incredible.
Okay. There's a green, so that would get you an extra if you get it to the green.
Sweet. How many points am I spending for that? Or I need to get it to what threshold?
Oh gosh. On the incredible, you got to get it up to a 31.
Thank you.
Lopes.
71 yellow.
Okay. And that's on a amazing
Monsters.
monstrous. Okay. All right. So you get a total of 3. Thalia.
I got a 12. I did say karma,
Okay.
so and you said 31 is what I need to get it to get a green.
What rank?
Credible.
31. Yes. Mm-hmm. Clag.
I got a 93 on incredible, so and I called karma, so I'll take
Okay.
it to the red.
So that'll be 3 for you. Usharia.
What are you asking?
Extra actions.
Yeah, I'm not rolling for
Okay.
extra.
Larry.
I rolled, but I didn't call karma.
Yeah.
I got a white.
Oh, you got a white. So that's
Yeah.
1 at -3 action. 3 column shifts.
Column shifts. Yeah. I don't know.
All right, and then I think what I'm going to do, just for sake of kind of moving things along, instead of asking you all to roll for the dodge or the evade right now, I think when it comes to your turn, you can choose at that point to roll for dodge or evade. We'll do that first, and then I'll make note of it, and then you can make your actions. All right, so Conan already made his, and let's see here. Did I roll for extra actions for him? I can't remember if I did or not. 47, so yes, he got 1, 2 extra. So he gets 3. All right, so he makes the kick on the first one. The second one, he's just going to reach down and attempt to grapple with this thing. He got a 15. Conan is not doing well. And then he just starts to elbow it with the third action. Got a 34. That one actually makes contact with this guy this time.
The old man must have had some wine. Conan sat down and had some wine while he was listening to the story.
About.
All right. And he does not loosen his grip on Maximus at this point. So from Conan, we actually go to Uncle Iroh. And Uncle Iroh just makes a movement to to get himself behind the flame. He's just holding on to his staff, and he just has one hand out, and that's all he's doing right now. Thalia.
I'm going to take one of my canifes. That's what they are called now.
Canifes.
That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun. I'm gonna spark it. I'm gonna toss it in the air and guide it to land on the dudes, the bad guys, just somewhere on his body, I guess.
Okay.
Probably better.
Mm-hmm.
And that was, I wrote it down. Just hold on. Find my notes. What am I rolling that on? I still roll it on the telekinesis spark, right? Or am I rolling it on something specific? Because I don't have it on my sheet yet.
Yeah, you're going to do telekinesis, right? Mm-hmm. You've sparked it. You're going to roll telekinesis, and
Sparked
then the
Telekinesis.
damage I
I have
think
written
is
down. So
46.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, karma. Ooh.
All right, 82. That's a bullseye. So you hit him. It's going to bring him down. All right, and with that, he does release his grip on Maximus, and he reaches back towards the burning dagger that is in his shoulder, grabs hold of it, and attempts to pull it out, and he burns his hand while he does it, but he pulls it out of him.
Okay.
And then you've got
I think I have one
another
more.
action, right?
I think I got 31 green, so
Yeah.
I think I have one
Mhm.
more.
Yep, you got one more.
The knife is on the, like, where's the knife? What do you do with it? Just toss it down?
Yeah, he
Drop
kind of
it?
just dropped it. Yeah. Mhm.
Is it still sparked?
I would say no.
No? Okay. I haven't tried sparking it from far away yet,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because it says I have to be touching it. Technically, right?
Technically, yeah.
All right. You know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to take some of the flame from the campfire
Mm-hmm.
and, like, shoot it at him.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
she's getting cocky.
Yeah, I know.
There we go.
So you can only do one power stun a day.
It's still a power stunt because
Yeah.
I still have to.
Yeah, but you don't know
Not only
this.
mine yet.
You don't
Okay.
know this.
Damn it.
So I think Thalia would probably be overconfident enough
Oh,
to,
yeah.
to attempt it again.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't done your wax on, wax off training.
Not yet.
So just make a generic or a kinesis roll. Kinetic roll.
Kinetic control.
Yep.
Okay. Can I say karma on this too?
You,
I allowed
you
to or
can
not?
you can, but you're going to fail. So I don't know if.
Oh,
I
that's
would,
right. So
if
now
I
I'm
would
not going
waste
to do
it.
that.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I thought that was a 9. I thought it was a 69, dude.
I know.
I was-
Fucker.
Oh,
I was gonna give it to you.
From a certain point of view. It is a
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. You do see the flames point in that direction, but you are not able to throw it like you did before.
Got it.
So there's certainly a moment of disappointment for you that you're not able to just do it again.
Yeah.
But you at least see you were able to affect it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right, so we go to Snake Man next. He pulls out this kind of long, like, stick-like thing, almost looks like a club. And he whips around towards Conan, who is the closest one to him other than Maximus, and he has a big sword, so he certainly seems to be a bigger threat than Maximus right now, and tries to take a wallop to the side of Conan's head, and got a 100
Oh,
to
wow.
do so,
Oh my
Shit.
which is a possible stun. Conan's going to roll an endurance. Got 64. He's not stunned. But he is going to take 30 points of damage. But he has... Okay, so 20 total. All right. Griffin,
Yes, sir.
you're in the water,
Yep.
and you fall in, and your head just kind of pops up, and you catch your breath, and then all of a sudden you feel claws grabbing the top of your head and right at your brow and beginning to pull you back under.
Okay.
And you've got another one of these little snaky dudes right behind you.
And that's the one that you just made appear. That's the one that is grabbing my head.
That is correct.
Um,
Got a 21, so he doesn't have a good grip. So you don't actually go under, but you certainly are aware of him now.
well, let's see. I got a couple of actions. I'm wondering if, so like he doesn't have a very good grip, but his hand is kind of like already on me, right?
Correct.
So like it can't possibly be that hard for me to just like grab his wrist.
Right. Yep.
Okay. I'm kind of interested in using I kind of want to like take anatomically separate at my like ankles and then just like levitate out of the water while holding his wrist.
Like your body levitate.
Correct. And I essentially want to take this dude for a ride back up towards the campfire.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You gonna take off your ankles?
I do. Yes,
Oh,
I am
okay.
going to take off my ankles because otherwise I have to swim out of here, and otherwise this is the easiest way I can think of. Like
Yeah.
my feet are kind of fucked, but I'll figure that out later.
Yeah, technically, I don't think that's a power stunt, is it?
I don't think it is.
Because it says you can manipulate any part of your body that is separated.
Mhm.
Boy, do we really want to get technical on this.
I don't know. Do you want to get technical on this?
It's up to you, dude.
Here's my thinking on this particular subject.
Oh, I say let him do it because then he has to manage with no feet once he gets back in. And I just want to see how that plays
Losing
out.
my shoes is bad. I don't know.
Yeah. So let him do this part. No problem.
I honestly think it's an overall mass issue. That I think the core mass, the heaviest part of you would not be able to levitate on its own. So smaller parts of you can levitate no problem. A hand, a head, feet, a leg, and so
upper
forth.
torso.
Yeah, but
Because like that's what I did earlier. Like in an earlier episode,
Okay, so
I
it
think I
was upper
separated at
torso?
I separated a torso and I levitated up.
okay, that I'm okay with. But I think that whatever part it is that is levitating has to weigh less than the other part. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah, I'll take it. In that case,
And then if you want to try to do like a more full body levitation type thing, I would think that that would be a power stunt. Now, is this the time to do that? I don't think this is the time to do that. But you could certainly take the upper portion of the torso and do that, because I think that's certainly doable.
with the Serpent Man.
With the Serpent Man, yes.
Okay, upper torso up, Serpent Man with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. Like my legs can kind of like kick and like go in, I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah, I mean they can be controlled independently of the rest of your body as well, but because they're grounded, I think that portion would have to just run around.
So I mean, like, would they sink, or like would they like I
Or-
like
well,
can
they
I
could
like?
probably swim.
Okay, got it.
They could do a little mini dog paddle. Yeah.
Perfect. All right,
That or
then
they're gonna float down the river. We're gonna spend the rest of the episode looking for
Just looking for his body.
let's do this.
your bottom half.
Let's go upper torso. Let's try and carry this dude along out here. So what do you want me to do?
Okay, so in that instance, I would say then you probably will want to roll spontaneously. Okay, so I would say probably just a basic strength.
All right, I will call Karma.
89.
All right,
That's pretty
cool.
damn good. All right, so you are able to shoot the upper portion of your body straight up with the Serpent Man attached. How high up are you going? You've got a range of 6 areas on that, I believe.
How far down am I from the cliff?
Well, it's about 50 feet down.
Okay.
So you could go almost double that. You'd be able to go, I think, up to... actually, it's way more than that. I think it's like 120 feet.
I mean, yeah, fuck it. I'll get, like, why not? Like, let's go up. Let's go up to as high as I can take that, 120-ish feet. And I just want to like drop him down. And I want to drop him down more or less in like this kind of space,
Okay.
somewhere in this direction.
Sure. So that is going to be... He gets to roll for this. Yeah, okay, that's not great. And that is going to be 2, 3, 50 points of damage. All right, so you drop him kind of right in between Larry and Conan, and he just sticks into the ground head first with both legs sticking out. It's soft sand, but it certainly hurt. You heard a little bit of crack-a-lacking go as that was happening.
Perfect. I'm happy.
And then you've got one. Actually,
Yeah, I would
one
think
more
I would say
action,
like
right?
dropping him down is probably my second action. Is what I would
Okay.
assume.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. So we go now to Clag. Clag, before you do anything, I'm gonna have you make an intuition roll, please.
Gotcha. I believe I know what that is, but let me double check. Since I don't know I'm doing it.
64. Okay. Go over to the little like dice roller there on the chat screen
Okay.
and just roll a d4 for me. Three. you've kind of been watching what's been going on. You see Griffin kind of fly up into the air and then like drop one of these guys over by Larry. But just beyond where he flew out of, you see 3 more of these snake creatures now that have appeared on this little peninsula just across from you guys on the opposite side of the lake.
Gotcha. I will say as loudly as I can, "Stop now, serpents, or die."
Okay. Make a roll on the excellent column.
And I will call karma on that.
Hey,
Oh,
all right,
oh,
91.
I am
Put you at
a rolling
101.
fiend
Wow.
tonight.
They heard you.
They did.
They heard you, and they all look at one another, and then look back at you, and go, and hiss in your general direction. And the one that is off on this area right here begins to scurry up the ravine here, and is kind of making his way over. This one here comes to this corner, and this one runs to about right here. The one that came to the corner actually is leaping over to the opposite side. And misses terribly and slides back down in the ravine and into the water.
Okay.
Shit, relax.
But the other 2 guys are in the process of moving towards the family.
Gotcha. Was my talking my first action?
No. That's a free action.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will throw myself at this one down here.
Okay. It's conveniently exactly your range, isn't it?
Exactly. It's amazing how that works, isn't it?
It's almost like I did that on purpose, but I didn't.
I know.
Completely by accident.
Well, shit. Oh, I gotta do the space bar, don't I? I hate doing all this on one screen.
Well, either that or we can just do that. There you go.
That'll work too. And I will call karma on that. So that is a... That would be a incredible
62.
2. What do I need to take that to red since I don't have my sheet with me?
On the incredible column, it's going to take you to a 91.
91. Gotcha. Okay. I will do that. And that does monstrous damage at that range.
Ninety-seven. I think that still is going to hit, but it's going to take you back down to a yellow.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a possible slam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it's 75 points of damage, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, yeah. No, he's out.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And I will go. Who else wants to die?
The one over here does.
And so as my second action, I will throw myself towards him.
Okay. Now, do you have... let me just check something. That might be beyond
Okay.
your ability to travel.
Okay. That's fine. Check on that.
Hyper leaping. 50 up, 60 across. No, I think it's okay. Yeah, that's all
Okay.
right.
Gotcha. Okay, so I will throw myself at him then. And call Karma. Eee.
All right, 18 on the incredible. You got to get that up to a green, but with the dodge that he made, it's going to be pretty much a wash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I won't. I'll just spend the 10.
And you got one more.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm basically right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I will pull out the Manraskari and just look at him and go, "You really want to do this?" And I will take the chained weapons and throw them at him and try to wrap him around them.
All right.
And that is that is that's fighting, right?
It is incredible, I believe.
Okay. Gotcha. I'll call Karma on that.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mm.
And I will take that to green. How much is it?
Okay, that's another 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, you've got him at least grappled. Does that do damage too? I think it does.
That does or good damage, if I'm not mistaken. Since I don't have any power from banked.
Okay. Alright, so we go to Lopes.
How's my actions move with my doppelganger? Does my doppelganger, do I split my actions between the doppelganger? Does doppelganger have their own?
You don't split him. He has one action that he can do. So you have your actions that are yours, and then he's got his own single.
So I think he will shoot a plasma blast. I guess I'm assuming you can do that too, at the snake dude as he's falling to the ground, to the water. Would that be like? Do I roll? His plasma, or it's the same thing. His plasma generation
It's
to hit.
Yeah, it would be the same. So
That's
yeah,
the
the
source.
remarkable. Okay. That's basically agility to hit. I just kind of put that in there just so it just makes it easier for you guys to do that.
It looks like Lopes has incredible to hit under his power. Is that
Oh,
right?
okay. No. So Zapol has his own stuff, so it's actually remarkable for him.
Okay, cool. Then remarkable. And
To,
terrible.
You didn't call Karma, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I don't know if you really want me to use his karma or not.
All right. So he takes aim, zaps, misses.
Okay. He remembers I am lesser than my original person. No, anyway, so I think Lopes is gonna run up to the dude that's just hit Conan. Can I use my null blade in a non-lethal way? Like, or if I cut his hand off, would that not kill him?
It maybe sear the wound. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he necessarily would kill
I'm
him.
gonna try to
No.
regenerate it or something, right? I'll try to
I was gonna say it's ripped down.
try to disarm.
You just have to say, "I am your father" when you do it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try that, and I'm assuming I just got to do my normal to hit then, or is there anything else I need to do? Just normal to hit.
Yeah, I think just regular hit. Yep.
All right. So no blade looks like unearthly to hit. So let me roll that. I don't know how you want me to do karma, so I just won't do it.
Okay.
We'll just let the fate decide.
Oh,
What's
and
fate
fate
decided?
is not on your side.
Okay, well I get 3 attacks.
You do.
I'm
yeah.
gonna miss and try again.
So which one are you going after? I'm sorry.
Oh, the one that hit Conan.
Okay, got it. All right.
So I'll try again. I just narrowly, well, I didn't really narrowly, but anyway, whoosh, and I'm gonna try again. Swing it back if that's cool.
Okay.
Surely I've got to hit at least once. Oops, wrong button.
Right. You might hit once, but don't call me Shirley.
There we go. That's a green.
Ba-dum bump.
Good line.
39.
How'd that do? Did it hit? Did I do damage?
That is a hit. And how much damage does that do?
Amazing.
Amazing. All right. So we're going to roll a little endurance for this guy because you certainly cut something off.
I was aiming for his arm.
Hey, you got a 69, but that doesn't actually count for him. He's not dying at least.
Okay.
So, but you certainly sever the arm, and he drops just immediately out of shock.
And then the dude that Griffin dropped,
Mm-hmm.
is he like?
He's got 2 pointy legs sticking up out of the dirt.
Okay.
And
I
just
guess I
kicking,
shouldn't.
wildly kicking.
Yeah, I guess he's restrained then.
He's a tent pole.
What about? Is there anybody else that I can see? Can I shoot a plasma blast? How far can I shoot my plasma?
Well,
Can I
you can shoot fairly far, but I don't think you can actually see. Well, no, you can. You can see this dude over here. He's got a
I
pretty
can't-
decent range.
Is he still up?
Oh no, he's down, isn't he? Yeah, he's down. So the one
I
over there
can't
by
see-
Clag, but you might hit Clag.
Can Clyde absorb energy though? Or am
He
I
can. Yes, he
Yeah.
can.
So it's a
I
win-win
can.
either way. Yeah. Trying to power you
Well, it
up.
depends on how much energy you're sending my way.
Oh, what is it?
All of
Incredible
it.
damage. You can handle incredible,
He
right?
can handle it.
Send it my way.
All right, let me try it. I'll try to shoot him. And plasma turns. Okay. Ooh, yellow.
76. That's a bullseye. You hit him.
So that's incredible damage.
Okay.
It's having flashbacks of strafing and martial activity here. That's just one.
All right, Usharia.
Can I absorb any of that energy?
Well, that was a bullseye to hit that dude. So no. I mean, unless you just throw yourself in front of it. But I think you're out of actions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
So it looks like the only one who's uncowed is halfway down the hill in the ravine.
Yeah, in the ravine down here. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I see him.
Yeah, you can see him from where you're at right there.
Okay.
You're a little precariously positioned, but yeah.
Yeah. May I use cosmic awareness as a supplement to the combat?
Yes.
Okay. So if I karma, karma with cosmic awareness.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, good thing too. That's a 3.
Oof.
All right.
You gotta get that up to a 36.
Okay. So will that allow me a column shift in my Vibrang attack?
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just Vibrang down into the ravine.
Mm-hmm.
This snaky dude's head.
Okay. Ooh, 96. Shakow! How much does that vibrating do?
Oh,
Remarkable blunt damage.
yeah.
And that's a potential stun. Oh yeah, he's out.
Yay.
There you go. Nice shot.
So I was gonna try to reason with him, but
You can reason with him when he's dead. Maximus is just gonna get the fuck out of there and join old Uncle Iroh by the fire right over here. Larry.
I'm going to take a widget out of my bag and turn it into an like a cattle prod type object, and stab the lizard dude in the ass that's right next to my that's flailing right beside me there.
All right.
So
So you only have one action though, right?
oh, that's right.
And it's at a -3 column shift.
Yeah. That's other than just kicking him in the face, I guess. Much let's see. Yeah. Because kicking him would be a strength roll, wouldn't it?
It'd be fighting.
Oh, it would be fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Excellent. I really don't have much to do. So if you accidentally drop something, would that be an action?
If you drop something?
Yeah, accidentally.
I don't know if you can intentionally accidentally drop something.
Well, you know, like if I create it and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to use it, and I'm putting it back in my bag and it, I accidentally drop it.
Yes.
Have you ever done that?
Yes,
You're like, oh, I'm not going to use that, and you just
go ahead
drop
and intentionally accidentally drop something. Yes, you can do that as a free action.
Yeah, no. I might as well just write it on my sheet at that point.
All right.
All right.
Can I make a suggestion to you, because I know you're kind of trying to figure out exactly what he can do. And while you were gone for a little while and I was playing Larry, you can mold any solid inorganic material into whatever shape you want.
Right.
That doesn't even necessarily mean you have to change the shape of it. This snake that's right next to you is buried like little past shoulder deep in sand.
But that's an organic material.
Huh?
That's an organic material.
Yes. Yeah, you can change inorganic material. The sand.
Okay.
Right?
I guess your definition of inorganic and organic different.
What?
Sand.
Sand is inorganic.
Sand, inorganic. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm with you. Gotcha. Never mind.
And you can affect inorganic material.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I know. Okay.
I don't think you're with me, but you might be with me. Okay.
I'm with you now. I'm with you now. I'm just gonna reach down and solidify the sand to a more temporary fixture. How's that?
A more temporary fixture. Okay.
Or more permanent fixture.
I'm not with you.
Hey, it is
So confused
It
right
is
now.
10 o'clock at night for me, and you're lucky I'm still awake. And my camera just went down. I have no idea what's going on.
What kind of material
See,
do you...
now I'm back.
Okay, there you are. See, now I'm with you.
Gee. Okay.
Now,
I'm gonna
sort of
turn the
material
sand
do you want
into
to turn
some
the sand
hard ass
into?
material. I don't know.
Okay.
Just something that he's not gonna move out of.
All right.
So I'm just gonna reach down and touch it, and it's gonna turn hard.
That's what she said.
That's what she's not gonna resist. I know. I was like, oh damn, I walked right into that one. All right.
Amazing.
34.
Yeah. Oh wait. That's at a... How did I roll that at a column shift?
No, I think that's right. I think
Okay.
incredible. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so now you have to decide how many pounds of sand you're going to attempt to mold
Yeah.
here.
I'll say 30.
30? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, sand pretty heavy. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
sand's pretty heavy, and I want to get it around his body. So,
Okay. So you take
yeah.
30 points off of your health,
Yep.
but he is now encased basically in steel.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Oops.
Can you breathe?
That is the question I'm about ready to answer.
They breathe out the side. They're lizard
They
people.
breathe through their feet.
They breathe out their. They got like gill things on the side.
You don't know whether you can breathe or not.
Nah, that's true.
Oh, look, he's sleeping.
Yeah. I gave him 2 little straws before I turned it in.
Right now, he is still kicking. So
Okay, well then he's good. Kicking means good.
Conan sees the ground around the serpent man turn basically silver. And he rears back his sword and he chops. Got a yellow and cuts the bottom half of his body free of the top. And it is now just a spurting fountain of green blood. Just coming out of a very nice silver potted base.
Yeah. I look at Conan and I go, bottom juice, gross.
And I'm gonna jump to Thalia.
Wow. Okay. Is there anyone left?
The one over by Clag. Way down here.
Way over there. Can I see that? Can I see it?
You
Right,
can
yeah.
see it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to spark an arrow and shoot an arrow and guide it to the bad guy around my father.
Okay.
And like come in from the back.
All right.
And I am going to. I'm gonna. I'm trying to remember which one I think I roll on remarkable with the Algonquin longbow, right? Whenever I do that.
Let me just double check.
No, that's damage.
Yeah.
Shit.
Nope, it's
That's
amazing.
damage.
Any solid in
But that's what I'm rolling on. For some reason, I've forgotten whether I roll
Okay.
on the kinetic control or on the weapon itself.
No, you're doing amazing if using telekinesis.
Got it. That's what I'm doing. I'm calling karma.
Mhm.
Karma.
Karma chameleon.
You come and go. You hit that snake.
That is a bullseye. What was the damage on that?
With sparks, 60 points.
60. All right. And you hit him right in the side of the neck. He's going to make a endurance roll. He's not dying, but he goes down and falls at Clag's feet. And
You're welcome.
that is the last of those.
Damn.
Those. I like the sound of that.
Griffin,
Yep.
you are just on the edge here, the upper
In air.
portion of your body, right?
Yeah, in air. Yeah,
Make an intuition roll for me, please.
sure thing, man. Like I'll even call karma on it, just for you.
There you go, 60. All right, kind of surveying the area here. Your attention is kind of drawn into this area where like Clag and this other Serpent Man were, because that was kind of the last bit of action. And just beyond, like in the corner, like right in this area, right over in here. See where the kind of trees are, just kind of where the cactuses kind of meet the trees, right in here.
Yes, sir.
You see a hooded figure take shape, dressed in green and gold. He actually kind of blends in a little bit with the cactus there, and you probably maybe took note of, you know, the figure over there before, but you kind of wrote it off as being a part of the foliage. But now you actually see him move when the last of the snakes fall, and he begins to rush back into kind of the trees and the bushes and the cacti in that area over there.
Okay. Is he already gone, or is this like, is this like a he's back, like that kind of a moment, like where like or is this like, do I have enough time to try and draw somebody's attention to this?
No, yeah, I think you got time to draw attention to it. Yeah.
In that case, I would. Clag's my Clag. You're the one with the eagle eyes, right? Like you can see things far clearly.
Correct. Yes.
Cool. In that case, I would directly look at you and shout, "Clag, look over there!" And I'm gonna be like pointing directly over there. It's like there's a figure in green and gold.
Okay. I'll look.
That's it. Like that way, like look, this is what I can do. This is all I can do with my life is making sure somebody else knows.
Well, you're just half a man.
Oh, rude.
Well, actually, literally,
He literally is half a man.
He is half a man. I mean,
Yeah.
I know.
All right, so what's going on?
He asked
want-
me to look, so I'm looking.
Look, you told me that this is a figure that's green and gold. He's retreating into the foliage.
Yes.
And I wanted to get for me, my eyes aren't that amazing. I don't know. My eyes are normal eyes. I wanted to get Mr. Eagle Eyes over here. Maybe a possibility of maybe either getting a better read or seeing something, maybe seeing where this person could go, or just be able to kind of get us just awareness that I'm not the only person that is seeing this. That's it.
Yeah. And
Because
so,
you know what? Like I'm definitely the most credible person in the group.
So the reptile man that I was dealing with is, for all intents and purposes, dead, correct?
yes.
Gotcha.
He is down.
Can I move then?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I will hyperleap over to as far as I can.
Mm-hmm.
And go, "Hello there, hooded figure. And what might you have to do with this situation?"
And he is hoofing it. Like he is running away from you.
run away, run away.
Can I want to try a power stunt then.
Mm-hmm.
I was just told I'm an airbender. I am going to try to pull him back towards me so that he cannot run away from me.
Okay.
What level do I need to roll on that? Would that be part of the incredible for hyperleaping, or would this be something else?
Have you roll on the remarkable cult.
Okay. Karma.
74, and you want to get, you're spending the 100 to get it up to
I will get it up to the red.
the red, okay? So you need to get that up to a 91.
Gotcha. So 117.
Okay, so you reach out and you feel, okay, you are attuned to all different sorts of energy. You know,
Correct.
you're aware of all of the energy that is around you. You certainly always feel it, and you can absorb energy, you know, when you want. You've even probably taught yourself to draw in the energy of the sun when you need it, that you can store and then use when you feel like you need it. It doesn't necessarily mean that you always have to absorb an attack that is coming in at you. There's ambient energy that you can probably pull in. And it's that you're kind of keying in with, and you're feeling his kinetic energy moving away from you, and you just basically take that energy to force him back in your direction. So essentially, you have done almost like air aikido with him, and taking the energy that he was pushing forward to then hit him and force him back.
Gotcha.
Okay? So he comes flying back at you and into your arms, and I assume that you grab him when he comes in at you.
Definitely, and if I can, I will take the weapons and grapple him with the weapons.
With the Menarike Gusari?
With the
Okay.
chains, yes.
As I don't know if you're going to have enough time to do that, but because of what you did, you kind of almost surprise yourself, and all of a sudden he's just there.
Right.
So you grab him and you spin him towards you. As you spin him around, he says, "You will fall to the might of Thothamun," and he raises a knife and stabs himself in the heart.
Oh, that's surprising.
And we will call the episode there for tonight.
Better than stabbing you in the heart, I guess. So.
Well, true. I mean, I can absorb some energy at least.
Quick feet. Good thinking, Clegg.
Karma for this one. Let me get my calculator out.
What was the name he said, by the way?
Thothamun.
Baphomoon.
Thoth. Thoth.
Look, man, I like my name better.
Yeah. Soft to moon.
You know what he is now? Red, gold, and green.
Gold and green.
Come on.
We can't sing it probably.
Oh,
No copyright. No copyright. Color, chameleon.
Boost now, it's fine.
So 180 for tonight. Not a lot, I know, but there's more to come.
Obviously.
So, Fern, I'm so happy that you had the reaction that you did.
Yeah, what? I mean, not being part of the joke, what the hell was going on there?
Dude, okay, so
No.
Iroh is from Avatar. So if you're into Avatar The Last Airbender, Iroh is an incredible character. He's one of the best, cartoon characters in all of creation, period. I'll take no arguments or substitutions for that. General Iroh is the best. He's a dude
Take
that
your word for it, because I'm not going to watch Avatar just for that.
And if you totally disagree with that, comment in the section below. So, just saying. And then you two can go back and forth in the comments. So,
in the middle of craziness, that dude will sit down and just have some ginseng tea. It is just fantastic. He's the best.
Gotcha.
Now, I will tell you, I knew a little bit about him, but I've never seen an entire episode of Avatar, ever.
Shred live action. That's what I watched. Live action one.
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
Is that the one that's on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We are not talking about the M. Night Shyamalan version, correct?
No, no.
I don't know what you're
think
talking
anybody
about.
does.
I don't
So
know
you
what you're
needed
talking
you needed a reptile guy who had a bunch of cabbages on a
Yeah,
thing.
my
You
cabbage.
blow it on, my cabbages.
Cabbages.
Because it'd be you don't know what he's saying.
I'm a huge Avatar Last Airbender fan and Legend of Korra. Like I love them both.
Mhm.
So, but did I get pretty close on the impersonation of Uncle Iroh at least?
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, you're definitely there, and the story of his son is real from the show itself. And like that episode where he's like paying respects to like his son is like one of the saddest episodes. Is
Oh, yeah.
just so like gut wrenching.
Yeah, I read a lot about it in trying to put all this together, and I was like, "Ugh." And you know me well enough to know that I'm not a big anime fan. Just
Yeah.
in general, it's just not my cup of tea. Although it should be because I love everything else about Japan.
Yeah.
But I never could really get into it. But after reading all about him, I was like, well, that's a really cool character.
Yeah.
I
It's a
like this
really
guy.
cool character.
Yeah, yeah. So I may have to check out the live action version of it. Yeah.
Live action one's good too.
I actually have not watched the live action version. I've like tried to start the first episode like 7 times, and then like usually something like just like interrupts me. Anyway.
You're not meant to watch it.
I do like the fact that you went with the old man voice from the Big Trouble in Little China. I just
Well, and like so, I actually did go and
caught
look at
on
a
that,
couple
by
of
the
the.
way. I just-
I looked at a couple of the videos from the actual anime, and he does kind of sound a little bit like him.
Yep.
Doesn't he,
Yep.
Fern?
A
little
yeah,
bit,
I mean,
yeah.
like, yeah, a little bit, a
Mhm.
little bit. Like he does have this ability, depending on like what episodes you watch, of like he can go from like the whimsical, like old, just like like this is it, and then suddenly he's just like no, actually I'm kind of still a badass if I want to be.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
He's the best. The best.
All right. Well, I think we found out that we have at least one, at least a firebender in the group. So
I am so fucking excited about that. You have no idea.
I
You
know
didn't
that
even
is
know.
awesome.
You didn't even know what that meant to me.
And I'm going to have to totally
You
look
say
up
that
to see what
now.
an airbender is.
You say that now, but it's just going to take one fart, and then you're going to wipe us out one time. Just want you to know that.
Well, now that I know that, Andy, I'll know where to aim.
Mhm. All right.
Well, you and your dad could have like a complete power stunt between the two of you, because if he's a master of wind and you're the master
Hey,
of fire,
and we can have some fun with this.
Ah.
So excited.
all right. Well, cool. Good playing with everybody tonight, guys. Thank you for joining us, both of you that are in my group and those of you that chose to watch tonight. Looks like we had a few people from the Unofficial Canon Project that actually joined us. Now that I look in the chat there, so
That's awesome.
So that's great.
Thank
Good-
you, guys.
Good to have you guys in there. Appreciate y'all coming tonight, and thanks for playing. And we'll see you guys in about 2 weeks.
All right.
Sounds great.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
You guys, night.
Bye.